This Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding invitation list is going to cause more problems in households across the world because it is uncovering a lot of things that people don't want to talk about when you are about to get married. Y'all, let's get into this thing right now.
Heartbeat, smoke it, drink it down. With your voice, it got you around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Let's play, let's lose control. Sip a drink and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
Guys, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding invite list may have accidentally exposed the real problem with modern relationships. The deeper relationships get, the more outside friendships quietly die. And honestly, a lot of people don't realize they were never really the priority anyway. Until the wedding invitations get sent out, you know they went out and yours never showed up in the mail. We all have been there. See, people think weddings are about love, but weddings may actually be one of the biggest emotional ranking systems in modern society. Who gets invited? Who gets left out? Who gets access? Who loses access? Who matters now? Who no longer matters? Who mattered before the relationship that we got to get rid of so they don't cause any problems now that we together? And once people get engaged, friendships start changing fast. And that thing you were trying to hide about the friendship, there's no longer an incentive to keep hiding it. I got what I wanted. I no longer need you. Guys, y'all know I can't get into this thing by myself. Y'all know what's going on, everybody. Tonight's conversation is going to get very uncomfortable. And when I have uncomfortable conversations, y'all know who I got to bring in. Because when we talking about wedding politics, friendship fallout, emotional hierarchy, bridezilla culture, and why serious relationships quietly destroy outside friendships, only two people I can think of to have this discussion with. And y'all know I got to come to New School first. I'm going to let him introduce himself, tell y'all where y'all can find him on the socials.
What's up, guys? I'm back. Mabricio's back in town. I'm back in Tampa. I'm back here, ready to drop some insights. I know I missed last episode. I'll probably make up for it double this episode. And you can come find me at Mabricio, all the socials, YouTube, the AI operators, but everything else, TikTok, Instagram, find me at Mabricio, and it just kind of all loops from there.
Appreciate having you on, Mabricio. Turn your volume up for me a little bit more if you can. Y'all know who I got next, man. My A1 from day one, just getting off work, still got time for her family duties that she has to perform every week. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Tell y'all where y'all can find her on the social.
Thanks, JB, for having me back. Welcome back, Mabricio. Y'all can find me at Rondeezy _. That's RHONDEEZY _ on TikTok, and RMB LMBT on Instagram until I update it. That's what it is right now. So, like, this is where we are. So,
hey, we gonna turn up.
Huh?
We gonna turn up.
Yeah.
Hey, guys,
y'all follow me. Ain't doing nothing, but y'all follow me.
Appreciate y'all being on with me. All love, man. Appreciate y'all rocking. We got this old school perspective. We got this new school perspective. And guys, I got to tell you, tonight we're asking one big question. What does Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce wedding invite really reveal about modern relationships? Now, guys, we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch. And we are live on Facebook, man. So make sure that if you watching this, man, make sure you get into the comment section. We're going to try to answer everybody's comments. I got to go ahead and share this article, guys. It's a little bit long before we get in here, so everybody will know what we are dealing with. Let me know if y'all can see that, Rhonda Mabricio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, so y'all, we over here, page 6. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's once close A-list pals snubbed from the upcoming wedding. I'm gonna try to get through this real fast, guys. Bad blood confirmed. Miles Taylor and his wife Kaylee are not invited to their once close friend Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's upcoming wedding. Page 6 has exclusively learned. An exact reason for the snub was not provided. However, the pointed move comes 7 months after rumors began swirling that there was some strain amongst the forces. Swift, Taylor, and Sperry last public sighting together was in February 2024. At that time, the couple was seen partying with the pop superstar in a VIP Super Bowl suite to watch Kelce and the Kansas City Chiefs beat the San Francisco 49ers. Though Sperry still follows Swift, who noticeably doesn't follow anyone on Instagram, she has stopped regularly liking her posts. Okay. In fact, the only two uploads the actress, 33, has shown love to since April 2024 are Swift and Kelce's engagement news and the singer-songwriter's announcement that she bought back her master recordings. Then in November, Taylor, 39, gave a cryptic response when asked whether he and Sperry, who notably starred in Swift's 2021 music video song I Bet You Think About Me, would be attending their pals' nuptials. I don't know. That is going to be, I imagine, one impressive wedding, the actor told Parade magazine. But yeah, just very happy for them. I've known Trav for a while too, and I think they're having a blast. That's the point. The following week, he appeared on Travis and his brother's Jason Kelce's podcast, New Heights, to bro about football and promote his new movie. Y'all can see the picture where all of them were there in the box at the Super Bowl. Y'all seeing the pictures. Though the trio did not discuss their partners or Travis' wedding, Taylor made sure to refer to the tight end as his brother. Interestingly, Sperry commented on a clip of the episode that was posted on Instagram. Y'all see the emojis. Reps for Swift, Kelce, and Taylor and Sperry did not immediately respond to our request for comment. Last month, page 6 revealed that Blake Lively was not likely to score an invite to Swift and Kelce's nuptials after dragging the Grammy winner into her since-settled legal battle with Justin Baldoni. As for Zoe Kravitz, who recently got engaged to Swift's ex-boyfriend Harry Styles, an insider told us the actress is absolutely coming to the wedding, even though their friendship has noticeably cooled off. This is some crazy stuff, guys. This is some crazy stuff. I don't know about Harry, though, as he's on the tour. Another once close friend of Swift, Carly Kloss, reportedly didn't make the invite list either. A source told the Daily Mail over the weekend that the musician distanced herself sometime after the supermodel's October 2018 wedding to Joshua Kushner, where Scooter Braun was a guest. Taylor has meticulously gone through her wedding guest list because the people she wants at her wedding are the people she hopes will remain in her life forever. And page 6 reported Swift and Kelce, both 36, are going to wed in New York City on July 3rd. Man, Rhonda Mabricio, I know I took a long time reading that. Whose wedding is it? Whose wedding is it, Mabricio?
It's Taylor Swift's wedding.
They said it's Taylor Swift's wedding.
What's the problem?
Mabricio, I got to come to you first before we get into the 5 things I want to talk about. I see everything wrong with that article, but I want Mabricio to come first. Then we're going to get Rhonda's perspective. Let's jump into this thing.
Absolutely. Well, she's obviously thinking of the future. She's meticulously picking out who she wants to leave in the past. Kind of strange that she has Harry Styles, which is her ex's fiance, coming to the wedding. I thought that was pretty strange.
Yes.
But relationships are seasonal things, so perhaps maybe there was people close to her now that she's like, no, I don't want them. But I didn't see any mention of Travis Kelce, what his thoughts were. I just saw Taylor, so I really don't know what to make of it.
I said, boy, we're going to start this thing early. Rhonda, what's your thoughts on the article just off the top before we get into it?
I'm trying to see what the problem is. The woman is the catch.
Okay.
Again, the woman is the catch. But what I find impressive is, notably, she doesn't follow anybody.
That's true.
That's what I loved about that.
That's true.
But it is her wedding. Okay, Jeff, you're married. That was never. It wasn't.
Allegedly.
In footwear on the side or the right, whoever you got on the side. But you're married. That wasn't your wedding.
Yeah, no, not
That
at all.
whoever the woman is or the bride is, that's whose wedding it is. Now this one carries a different connotation because it's Taylor Swift.
Mm-hmm.
But that's gonna be his life now. It's never gonna be Travis Kelce. It's gonna be Taylor Swift's husband.
Fellas, y'all hear that? Fellas, y'all hear that? And now Rhonda done preached already, right?
Wow.
The guy that ain't coming, he calls Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce his brother. They on his podcast and he ain't getting invite.
That was 5 years ago.
I said this thing is crazy because part of me started wondering after I saw this article. I said, is this a wedding or is this another world tour launch? Because this is starting to seem like, okay, this is so carefully choreographed that why would you care if somebody that is cool with him but not necessarily cool with you comes? Because that's what a wedding is. When I go into a wedding, you got a choice, sit on the bride's side or the groom's side.
Mm-hmm.
But this is being so carefully orchestrated. I started thinking, is this a world tour launch? Y'all know what happened last time she went on the Eras tour. That thing was crazy. So is this going to be the launch of a new album and a tour? Because I'm sitting here like, why are these people not getting the invite? When Jeff Bezos got married, he had everybody coming over there to Venice to get married. Why would Mabricio? What's your thoughts on that? Why, like, if you're Taylor Swift, and I know it's gonna be, you ain't got to worry about none of those people showing their ass, right? This thing gonna have so much security in it. Like, why would you not want people who look at what they said at the end? We want people who gonna stay in our life forever. Well, what if they only cool with him? Why they can't be in your life? Jump it up, Mabricio. Let me know what you think about that.
She's filtering for the both of them. It's not just Taylor; it's filtering for the both of them. So
I'm trying to see what y'all
now it's what Rhonda said. It's not Taylor's story and Travis' story. It's now our story, Taylor's version, just like her albums.
Yes.
Taylor's version, our story, Taylor's version. So she's handpicking this stuff, thinking that, okay, everything that happened in the past is now in the past. We're only looking towards the future. It doesn't matter how close we once were. I don't see you. I don't want you here. I don't want you near me. Even your vicinity might drive me a little crazy. Not to that point, but you get what I mean. You get what I mean. Sometimes you don't want the energy near you. You're like, I don't even want to be in the same room as this person. Even if they are cool with Travis. I'm sure Travis might lose a lot of friends along the way, but who knows? We're about to find out.
That's true. Rhonda, what do you got to add to that before we get into these 5?
Look, all I know is I think when it comes to a wedding, most of the time the husband, the fiance, the guy, he's just going to show up. And Travis may be different. I don't know. He may be wanting to be a part of the planning and all that kind of stuff. But I just feel like, yeah, we don't know if she's using numerology in her thing. Like maybe it may be, I don't know. We don't know. We got to give her props for being as creative as she can be, even with how she promotes herself with her tours and stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's no telling. We don't know if there's going to be a second service or something where those rejects are invited.
Look, Rhonda just called him something, right? Because when you don't make the list, you got to accept you're a reject, right? Now, you ain't a reject everywhere, but when it comes to this list,
oh, that's
yeah.
It
just like getting accepted. It's just like when you send out your college application. You knew damn well which one you wasn't gonna get in when you sent it out.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, look, guys. See, back where we came from, we ain't had no money growing up, so we had to have fee waivers. See, Mabricio, y'all probably don't do that now, but college applications used to cost like $45 or $50 to apply. So we had to apply for fee waivers so we could afford the application. That's why they wouldn't let us apply nowhere we knew damn well we wasn't getting in. I think these people are actually shocked they're not getting invited to the wedding. Because it ain't the venue size that the reason they're not getting out. They're not getting an invitation. And that's what really hurts, right? What really hurts is when you know the venue size is gonna probably be big enough for you to be there. And guys, hey, look, this thing is crazy, which made me think of the 5 things that happened. If y'all are in a relationship right now, the moment tradition kick in, y'all don't understand. Tradition causes more problems. Look at what we're talking about with Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift right now. The moment the wedding and the marriage kick in. Now all of a sudden, once tradition kick in, things start to fall apart because tradition can no longer be propped up, guys. And before we start, I already know the chat in the comments gonna go crazy tonight, guys. So hit that like button right now. Subscribe if you're new. And if, at the end of the day, guys, y'all make sure that if I read all the comments, man, I'm gonna try to make sure that I actually reply to all the comments. If you're watching it in the live, man, on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, show some love, man. We're gonna try to get to all of them. I got 5 things that I take away from this. Rhonda Mabricio saw the article, but they don't know my 5 things. That's why I flow with them, because they don't need no script. They come straight from the dome with it. So we about to jump into this thing. Here's the uncomfortable truth, guys. Weddings reveal hierarchy. Unfortunately, it's emotional hierarchy. And a lot of people only realize too late. They rank lower than they thought. The people off that list thought, hey, we're close. Hey, that's my friend. We've known each other forever. But weddings and marriages change loyalty, time, emotional access, and social importance. And suddenly people start disappearing off of the invite list. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce situation is interesting because celebrity weddings amplify this emotionally. When people don't get invited, they take it personally. Mabricio, jump in there. Have you ever lost a friendship after somebody got into a serious relationship or realized you mattered less than you thought in one of your friends' relationships? Then, Rhonda, we coming to you.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It always happens. I mean, everyone has boys. I'm speaking from a guy's perspective, but everyone has boys. And sometimes your boys find a girl and then they disappear. And the girl becomes the whole world. I can see this wedding parallels with this situation right over here. They disappear and then you're like, hello, are you coming to hoop with us? No, my number, does it still ring your phone? People disappear, and that's
yes.
I can easily see that being Taylor and Travis situation where it's okay, baby. The Taylor is gonna be like, okay, baby, these are our people now. Our people. These are the people we're cool with. Because I'm trying to fathom if there was like 100 seats at this wedding, how many people are going to be for Travis and how many people are going to be for Taylor? How many are going to be ours? Because
hold on, stop right there, Mabricio. If it's 100 seats if there's 100 seats in the venue, what would we think is the allotment to Travis quantity wise, and what would we think the allotment is to Taylor quantity wise in a fair world? What would we think that would be?
You would think it'd be down the middle in a fair world, or maybe thirds. It'd be Taylor, Travis, and then both.
Yes. Right. So, Rhonda, he preaching right now.
Come on. Reality though. Come on now. All 100 guests, because now, let's be real. His parents and siblings are now hers. Everybody is hers.
Yeah.
But Rhonda, have you ever lost a friendship after somebody got into a serious relationship or realized you mattered less than you thought?
I have. You know, his age. I'm sure I have, but I don't remember them. So it's just what it is. I think you have, like, when I think about my friends whose lives I still am in, because I've been a bridesmaid a lot. It's just what it is. And majority of them people, I'm still in their lives, still very active in their lives. And I don't know if I would say I lost somebody, but yeah, the relationship definitely shifted. I will say that. I think it's a part of nature, because as you grow, people's lives just go separate ways. It's just, it's just what it is. So the short answer, yes, I'm sure I have.
Well, here's the deal, guys. Here's the deal. I'm going to say something that's going to be polarizing. When you get cut off by that person had been looking to ditch you for a long time. The wedding and the marriage gave them a reason. And they get told, see, what happens is, guys, some people aren't having marriages to another person. They're creating idol gods. And that idol god allows them to get rid of you. They've been, quit happened long before stop occurs. So now that person been looking to get rid of you. If a person, like Mabricio said, hey man, my phone don't, your line don't ring to my phone no more. Nah, it don't.
Sure.
I've been looking to get rid of you. I've been looking to get rid of you for a while. And matter of fact, I don't want you around my girl. Because if you come around my girl, who my girl gonna be talking about? Right? And one of the things y'all gotta understand is, what do they say on a wedding? Nobody can outshine the bride.
Absolutely.
Nobody can and like you said, how come the ex-fiance's new girl can come? She said, I'm absolutely coming. Now I like that kind of energy. I'm coming anyway. I don't care if I am dating your ex. How did they get to come? But the friend of Travis Kelce didn't get to come. So what happens is, here's the problem, guys, and Mabricio can attest to this. The dude side of the equation, the guy side of the equation, always tells him everything he better look out for with the girl. That's why the guy side of the invites get cut off. Because the guys people see through everything that's happening. That's what happens. The guy side, they don't hold their tongue. Let me tell y'all this. I bet a bunch of Travis Kelce people don't like Taylor Swift. And that's my alleged opinion. Why? That's why she protecting everybody who come in there. Right? See, where we from, we know that, hey, look, even if you family, you're gonna get an invite. If you know me, you're gonna get an invite. Matter of fact, the guys pick his groomsmen, the girls picks her bridesmaid. It don't matter if that groomsman like the bride or not. Right? Because that's the one thing. You don't hear nothing about Travis Kelce's groomsmen. And one of the things y'all better understand is, like Rhonda said, this is Taylor Swift's wedding. And now, traditionally, there's going to be a lot of couples who mimic what they see with Taylor Swift. What do y'all think when you hear me say that? This is about to be the new normal for wedding planning. Jump in there, Mabricio, let me know what you think.
New normal, or it's always been the normal?
Mm-hmm.
That's always been the normal. Because Rhonda was already saying before this, before we really started diving in deeper into this topic, on the woman just deciding everything. I don't see anything wrong with that. And I think it's been like that for a long time, because every little girl thinks about her wedding day, what her wedding day will be like. This is Taylor Swift protecting her wedding day. She doesn't want the bad influences getting into Travis's mind, because we do influence each other. I'll admit that from a guy's perspective, we do see through the things. Women are more like, let's make sure this wedding day is as perfect as it can be.
Rhonda, my boy done changed up on him. Rhonda, he done changed up. He done went on the trip. He came back.
Look, his princess.
His princess, right.
And that's okay. I'm proud of it.
What do you think about the comment, Rhonda?
Look, it's I don't know too many men that have jumped in, right, to be a part of the planning with anything. I can't blame her for protecting her little space, right? Her little big space, or her big little space, because not only is she about to set a whole nother trend, a lot of people about to get paid really, really well, based on what they know how to do. Because people are gonna do, like, she probably started the trend of going to the doggone concert dressed like what she told you to dress like. You know, like, so she's gonna set the trend for a lot of things. And so of course we don't know these people personally, but I would only imagine that he seemed like the way he was raised, like, there are family members who would want to be there that's probably like, oh no, we ain't even streaming this thing.
Well, and let's be honest, Ron. I like the point you brought up. I like the point Mabricio brought up. I'm giving him a hard time because he didn't sound toxic at all right there. He sounded pro woman.
It's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Give it time.
But let's be honest, guys. There's a significant financial gap in this whole wedding. We normally used to see it from male having the resources, and the woman is gonna come up. Travis Kelce makes a lot less than Taylor Swift. And y'all know the real golden rule. When you broke, you get taught do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's the poor folk golden rule. Rich folk golden rule is he who has the goal makes the rules.
Yeah.
So we need to start looking at the fact that this is a rags to riches story for Travis Kelce. And what's happening is most guys don't get involved in the actual wedding planning because they the one who paying the bill. Taylor Swift paying this bill. Taylor Swift paying this bill. It would be my guess. Let me say this because I don't know this for sure. But whoever making the rules is the one paying the bill. And I think that's got to be something we consider. That's got to be something that we consider. And as long as she's the power of the purse, Travis has no say-so who comes to that wedding. So fellas, ladies, if you want to control the wedding, get your money right first. Get your money right. Because whoever has the goal makes the rules. Guys, let's get into number 2. Y'all want to stay around till we get to number 5. I'm telling you, let's get to number 2. One thing people underestimate. Once someone gets engaged, their friendships stop being individual. Now the friendship has to become a collective. Both people are now involved. That's why relationships isolate people socially. The partner becomes the emotional gatekeeper. And honestly, some friendships never survive that transition. Now, Rhonda, I'm coming to you. Do women naturally distance themselves from friends once they get serious with somebody?
It's possible. I mean, I think it's possible. I would think that man would have to be totally in charge for that to happen, though. Like you can only keep up the front, but for so long. Again, I'm thankful for my friends because I don't feel like I'm a problem anywhere with my people that have their husbands.
Mm-hmm.
My friends that have their husbands. But I am mindful, like, okay, Rhonda, like they could cut you off at any moment. That's anything. That could be a regular friendship. But yeah, I do think, it is a collective, unfortunately, but if you don't like your husband's friend or your husband don't like the wife's friend, I think that's gonna be an issue. But I do think, people gotta do what they gotta do to save their marriage.
Okay. Now, Ron, I appreciate that perspective. But this time what I'm gonna ask Mabricio though, do men underestimate how much marriage and engagement changes their social life?
That's a good one.
Been married or engaged, but
hey, that last answer you gave sounded like you were close. I'm a little concerned.
Yes, he low key is.
We talk about the individual story, your story, but now it's our story. So if you show up somewhere, they're gonna say, "Where's Mabricio?" If I show up somewhere and your girls catch me out, they're gonna say, "Where is whatever her name is?" Whatever her name is. So it's becomes a thing of now we're collective. All the hangouts, we show up together. Our friends naturally merge. Now we have our own friend group. Now we're going on double, triple dates with these 2 other couples. And we just merge together. It really changes things where it's like now my boys will be like, haven't seen Mabricio in a minute. Now, I like to believe that relationships, we can be free. I'm talking about if I'm in like a rom-com kind of situation, kind of like the real world. That's what people have.
Yes.
So it changes who's around you. Her hobbies become your hobbies become her hobbies. And now you guys have shared stuff. And whoever's the prize in that relationship now dictates how things go.
And see, both of y'all gave good answers. But don't get don't get engaged and don't get married unless you want to be isolated. Why? Let me tell you why. I married you. I didn't marry y'all.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? Matter of fact, see, here's the problem. We try to make, if I marry you, now you try to make me like everybody that's connected to you. And I'm trying to make you like everybody who's connected to me. And that's where the problem starts. A lot of people don't realize a formal engagement, wedding, marriage is the most isolating thing you can do. And then when you do go out with other couples, you got to sit in the car and talk about what you can and can't say when we go in here and drink with them, when we go in here and eat with them. right? Don't say this about it. Here's what's going on with them, but you can't say nothing, right? And I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna give you this hint when it's time for us to go, right? All these rules when you get into a formal engagement, wedding, or marriage that didn't exist prior to the formality of something. And that's the difference, guys. That's the one thing we miss. It. Don't get engaged or have a wedding or marriage if you don't want to be isolated. Guess what? What's even worse? The worst isolation is divorce. That's even worse. See what I'm saying? Because guys, that's the whole point. The only thing worse than marriage is divorce. Right? And a lot of people think I'm gonna get divorced, I'm gonna be free. No, it's even worse. Because nobody wants to hang around a divorced person because they think that thing contagious. They think it like a cold. I'm just saying. And that's what a lot of people don't miss. Let's get to number 3, guys. And this is where men often see the real woman they're marrying. The wedding planning stage. Because weddings are emotional pressure, control, aesthetics, perfection that's not rooted in reality, and social competition against previous weddings you've gone to and ones you think gonna happen after you. Bridezilla is real. And honestly, a lot of men quietly panic during this engagement, and they suffer in silence once Bridezilla kicks in. Now, 3 questions. 3 questions. I'm coming to Mabricio and Rhonda. I'm coming to you. Do weddings bring out the woman's true personality? Is the wedding culture more about performance than love? And would you rather elope than do a huge wedding? Coming to Rhonda first, then Mabricio, we coming to you.
Well, if I had to get married, let me elope if I had to. We could do something else with that one. No, because I think weddings are for other people. It's never for the actual couple in a lot of
That's a good
cases.
point.
That couple go home dog tired. Everybody else fooled and danced the night away.
Tight, drunk.
And had a good old time, right? And the first question was the personality. I think it can show you under stressful situations how that woman will behave. I will say that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily personality, but just if somebody has a high stressful thing going on, how they will react in other situations. And what was the second?
So the second question is wedding culture more about performance than love?
Oh, of course it's about performance. Who got the biggest bouquet? Who got the longest train on their dress? Whatever. All of it. All of it is performance. I do believe the love is real, but all the stuff around it is performance. But as long as that person gets what they want, that's what matters.
So what do you think is real when the man is up there crying and the woman walking down the aisle crying?
No, if a man up there crying, y'all better beware. That's all I gotta say about that. Hey, listen.
Hold on, everybody. Rhonda said the man can't be crying when it's crying.
What he crying for?
Because he in love.
No, sir. It didn't even sound real. No, sir.
The man can't cry when his bride coming down the aisle, right?
Why? No, he could cry maybe when he proposing, but what you crying for? You had months to know this was coming. What you crying for?
Well, she still got to say yes.
She still got to say yes, Ronnie. You got to remember that's the most beautiful you gonna see the woman is in her wedding gown. Maybe that's what he crying.
No,
maybe that's what he crying about.
Y'all are men. What would y'all cry? Y'all are men. What would y'all cry for? Seeing that woman walk down the aisle. Like, damn, that's it. Yeah, I'm out the streets. I'm out the game.
Well,
yeah, that's what you crying for.
You say he crying for the life he living.
Look like this when she take that makeup off. What he crying for?
Hell no. Hell no.
Whatever.
Mabricio, the 3 questions to you. Do weddings bring out the woman's true personality? Is wedding culture more about performance than love? And would you rather elope than do a huge wedding?
Yes, yes, and yes. It's I'd rather elope than to have a big wedding day. Weddings are more about performance than love. And Bridezilla is a real thing. That's not something that you just see on a movie. That is a real thing, and I'm sorry it happens to the best of us. and I just have to be there to suffer through it. If I ever decided to go down that road. But it is something more about control.
Would you
It's
cry?
like it's.
He gonna cry, Ron. He gonna cry.
I'll put my cap on and I'll my romantic cap.
Who you don't propose to? You have proposed to that.
I'm gonna cry and write a poem about it. Okay. Still.
Rhonda, he gonna be crying up there. He gonna be crying.
Wait, but what am I gonna be crying about though?
That's what I'm saying. What you crying for?
Well, no, but what do you think? Because I'm leaving the streets? Because I'm so happy that I get to spend the rest of my life with you? Is that why I'm crying?
Yeah, keep going. Go ahead. Ladies, y'all listen up.
This man gonna be crying. Oh my God.
Yes.
This man gonna be crying.
Oh gosh, no.
He found out he got a sensitive side.
Oh no, I am sensitive. I'll tell you guys right here, live audience, I am a sensitive guy. I've written so many poems. I've been through the highs and the lows, but that's how I know how to guide you through it all.
That's part of the game.
That's part of the game.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, I can tell you like this. I think the key is eloping.
Yeah.
We all know the wedding is a performance, which is why they charge you so much. Because you performing. Because if you weren't performing, you just go to the justice of the peace, right? You go down to the courthouse, get married, right? So you know it's a performance. And the wedding does bring out the woman's true personality. Because once that man puts that rock on her finger, now she knows he committed to it. He don't want to have to tell people he got to get that ring back because he can't take the ring back. So he committed.
So don't be crying.
Yeah. I don't know why the man cried when she come down the aisle. It might be
tell the truth, shame the devil.
I don't have no problem with a guy not crying or crying.
Don't cop out like that. Don't do that.
For the record, I don't have a problem with a guy crying or not crying.
Yes, you do.
So what I realized about it is, if both of them have decided what the performance is going to be, if we both going to cry, because that's what we said we would do, it's a performance, right? If y'all cry, it ain't for me to question why y'all crying or what it means. That's the difference, because I believe that is a performance rather than love. And then the reason why I wouldn't cry is I don't want the people closest to me clowning me.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be the first one. Like, what you crying for?
Yeah, what you crying up there for, dog? Everything good, right? Like, that's the problem.
Or now, excuse me, I ain't mean to cut cross you, as we always say in our family. I ain't mean to cut cross you. Or it's a viral moment. Let me cry.
Absolutely.
So we could get
absolutely.
Problems. See, there you go. He read. That's how.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And guys, what we trying to say to y'all, this is a non-judgmental podcast. Whichever way you do it, it's fine. We don't judge, man. We listen and we don't judge, man. I'm telling you. Guys, look, let's get to number 4. Always know celebrity relationships and celebrity weddings are not normal relationships. They are well put together productions. They involve branding, exclusivity, social signaling, status, and optics. That's why the invite list becomes political, because they're working on the next step of relevancy. You're working on the next step of normalcy. And the biggest thing that we miss is that we try to compare ourselves with celebrity relationships, and we are not looking for that next level of relevancy. We're looking for settling down and normalcy. That's why trying to mimic yourself as a celebrity relationship does not work. And honestly, some people only realize they were never in the inner circle when the wedding happens. Mabricio, how much did that have to hurt to find out you, or to accept you weren't in the inner circle? Because you already knew it. If you got to question it, guys, you ain't in it, right? If you got to question it, you ain't in it. How do you think people feel when they have to accept they were never in the circle?
Celebrity level, different story, because it's all performance anyway. Everything, your actors, actresses, musicians, you're always performing. You're always putting on a mask anyway. So I'm not sure if that would really hurt so much. But at the same time, I could see how it could hurt somebody, because you, in the public face, you guys are supposed to be best friends or very close friends for that matter. And here you are getting axed from the wedding. Like you said,
Or one person let the other person believe something that wasn't true, go along to get along.
that's true.
And now when it's time for things to get real, bro, it was never like that.
Exactly. And I mean, everyone's kind of selfish in their own kind of way. So we're not going to go into that. But no matter what level you are, people always have their own perspectives and stuff. And we can't fully know what someone else is thinking or believing, because you could have, what do the women call each other? Snakes? You could have snakes. Snakes out there.
Yeah, right.
And
I
that
thought you were
could
going to come up with something more creative than that. What do women call each other? Snakes?
Right.
Yeah, snakes. Hell no.
I know.
Hell no.
But that's my take.
Okay.
You got to be careful. You never know what someone's truly feeling and what they're thinking about you.
Jump in there, Rhonda. Let me know what you think about that.
My perspective took it on a different take from. I would think that she probably knows that how big this is going to be monetarily. These people that I let into this could do a tell-all book or something, like try to monetize it in a way that's going to dirty their nuptials or the experience that she's really trying to provide, right? Taylor Swift comes across as a wholesome woman, right? Like just everything's going to be on point. Like they're almost, let's be real, they're like U.S. royalty. And so it's going to have to come off as such. And so we can't have no little, I was about to say scalawags, but we can't have no, you don't want that if somebody's trying to capitalize off of this loving moment.
Like snakes.
And I gotta say this to you guys. Taylor Swift doesn't mind being the one everybody hates. Travis Kelce, guys do pillow talk a lot when they get with the woman. Remember what I told y'all? When I get out the game, if I decide I'm gonna get out the game, I'm gonna tell you about everything and how I feel about that person. The one thing we missing is that Taylor Swift knows Travis Kelce's deepest thoughts, but he don't know hers. See, and that's the biggest thing. Why are these people not on the list? Because y'all know Travis Kelce. Hey, what's up, dog? How you doing, bro? Good to see y'all, man. Love y'all. Gotta see y'all next time. Get in the car. What'd he say? Man, I can't stand it.
She got to be like, right? Got to be like,
look, that's the whole. Y'all know that's how it works.
No,
Why is look,
all the time.
It happens like that all the time.
Not all the time.
Let me tell you this: if I meet the chick Mabricio decide to get with, right, and then I'm gonna get in the car. First thing I'm gonna get asked is, "What you think about?" Man, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Right? That's what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna be like, Mabricio, what the?
Yeah, that's what. Look at. Nobody ever says. Nobody ever gets in the car and say, "Man, they pretty chill together. They gonna make it." No,
does happen.
No, it don't. No, it. Let me tell y'all why. Let me tell y'all the psychology behind it. We like the person alone. We don't like the person in co-tenancy. That's why we protect the relationship if it was based on singular nature when you first got it. That's all I'm telling you. No matter if Mabricio end up getting married, there ain't nothing me and Rhonda gonna say positive about the person when we first meet him. Ain't nothing positive we gonna say. And there's nothing about Mabricio or her. There's nothing against Mabricio or her. We met Mabricio in a singular nature.
Yeah, that's my little
baby. So you say it, baby, eating grown up now, around. But that's what I want you guys to see, man. This is some crazy stuff. And we got to understand, it's not that I don't like the person you chose. I don't like the system that you are now in because it changes how the relationship has to be. Anything I tell you, I don't know if you're going to tell her.
Yeah, I can't do the podcast this week, baby.
Yeah, hey, man, look, guys.
This thing.
Yeah, man, I can't be on the podcast no more, man. I got to focus on my relationship.
And if I was tied down too, my takes, you wouldn't even want me on the podcast anyway because my takes would be extremely biased.
Oh, no, man. Hey, look, when you get locked down, man, we'll keep you on the podcast. We just going to have to find another free young cat. New school.
pretty toxic young man.
Hey, Rhonda, Mabricio get married. It's gonna be 3 of us sounding like old school. That ain't gonna work.
No, at
We're gonna
all.
need to find a 4th person. We're gonna have to find a 4th person. But guys, let me tell you, what I see is Travis Kelce has told Taylor Swift his deepest thoughts. That's why these people ain't at the wedding.
Cause they ain't gonna mess up her day. They're not gonna mess up her day.
They're not gonna mess up her day. But Travis Kelce is just a nice guy. Did you see him on courtside when the Cleveland Cavs and Knicks were playing? Right?
She's there. Old Travis Kelce though. He had his old
Travis Kelce chugging a beer on the sideline, and you can see her face. She hates when he acts like that. But that's the Travis Kelce.
That's a little strong. That's a little
Travis Kelce. That's the Travis Kelce people want to see.
Somebody
the one chugging a beer. Say what, Mabricio?
Comments. It's funny how you feel shows on your face. Because there's a song about that. Funny how you feel shows on your face. Mm-hmm. So Jeff is valid in saying that she hates that because you can.
She hates when look. They didn't come to her. They came to him. Cleveland is his hometown. He's sitting courtside.
Yeah,
he wants to chug a beer. And her security was behind them telling ABC when they could come over to him and making sure they get the right shot of her. Like, dude, that dude want to be a regular guy, but she's saying, no, bruh, you coming into the Taylor Swift ecosystem. You got to learn how to act a little bit more refined.
Yeah, because all these 50s about to get married.
Man, look, let me tell you this. When I saw that man chugging that beer on the sideline, and you could tell by the look on her face, and her team cannot stand that because they don't want him to be regular. Because if he's regular and they walking together, that's a harder job for her security. Because people are like, oh, that's Travis Kelce, man. He'll take a picture with you. He'll chug a beer with you.
No, that's Taylor Swift.
Kind of like when I go in the lounge, man. You know, everybody want to take pictures. No, I'm just messing with you. Don't nobody want to do that yet. But my point to you,
you sure about that?
Travis Kelce is a regular guy, and Taylor Swift is taking charge so that none of his riffraff comes into the wedding. Let's get into number 5, guys. Let's get into number 5. I honestly think this may be the one reason modern people avoid marriage. That's why I'm going to come to Mabricio first. Because subconsciously, people know formal commitment changes everything socially. Marriage creates emotional pressure, friendship consequences, social hierarchy, and loyalty restructuring. And not everybody is emotionally prepared for that. Mabricio, jump in there if that's true or false, and what's your thoughts on that?
It's true. We're all trying to make each other our own Ken and Barbie.
Yeah.
We're trying to mold each other into the perfect husband, into the perfect wife. And part of that molding comes with, all right, what are we taking out of our lives? What hobbies do you do now? What kind of actions do you do now? What can I take out of your life? If I was married, woman would be all over me. She's like, all right, we're tied down. That means you're all mine. There's no little hint that I might walk away. She's like, no, you signed that paper.
Yes.
We're married now. So no matter what, you are going to figure out a way to fight for it because that's what tradition tells you to do. That's where the control comes in. You can't do this, Mabricio. You can't do that, Mabricio. And if I'm succumbing to the tradition, I'm going to tell her the same thing. You can't do that. You can't do this. And now we just got a battle between each other, but we still love each other because that is what tradition taught us. And the story.
Man, you're right. The tradition is what's the battle. That is the battle. The battle of traditions. Jump in there, Ron, and let me know what you think.
Look, this is what I'm gonna say to that because I hear what y'all said. But y'all love it when y'all don't want to go somewhere to use that same line. Yeah, man, I can't go, man. My wife said I can't. Like, yeah, man, I gotta take it on in, man. My wife at home, like I gotta. So no, you can't have it both ways. I think you like all of that in more ways than one. You like all of that. And so yes, I think both people use that to their advantage. Like, yeah, put it on the shirt. I got a husband at home. I can't go. No. Can't go.
I like it. I
mean, and Rhonda, you're right? It works both ways. I use it both ways. Hey, man, wife out of town, man, let's hit these streets. Hey, man, now I got to pack it in. When I'm ready to go, nobody's going to tell you, man, forget her, man. Keep staying out. Ain't nobody going to say that when you ready to pack it in.
Unless they're your real friend. Absolutely. The real friend
say, man, she'll be all right. Don't worry about it. Tell her you with me. Taylor, you are with me, but that marriage is what creates the divide because Mabricio said it. A relationship cannot go above tradition. Once tradition kicks in, the relationship before that cannot grow anymore. You are not going to get closer. The relationship growth stops once one of the other parties get into a formal relationship with somebody else. And that's the hardest part about what we do. And when you start fighting tradition, hey man, I got to go with my wife to her house to her family on Thanksgiving. I got to go. We going to my house on Christmas. Memorial Day, man, we going to the beach, man. Then you start wondering, like, man, when I'm carving out space for my boys, when I'm carving out space for my girls. No, you gave that relationship up. Remember, you chose to be isolated.
That's so
and now y'all both doom scrolling on your phone, looking at what your boys are doing and what your girls are doing.
Gonna do her thing. The woman's still gonna do her thing.
The woman is still gonna do. Yes, the woman is still going to do her thing, guys. The real lesson may be this: the deeper the relationship, the smaller the social circle. The deeper the relationship, the smaller the social circle. Why? Both parties wake up making everybody prove their connection every day. And the more I got to prove my connection to you, even though I love you, I got to cut somebody else off. Because the more I prove connection to you, there's nothing else left in the cup to give to the people who were there before you. And honestly, guys, some people are more afraid of losing social freedom than they more excited about the commitment. That's why people stay dating forever. And I ain't mad at it. Because guess what, guys? You avoid engagement, you delay marriage, you keep relationships official, you can have your cake and eat it too. But the moment you choose one side of marriage, everything you had before that will never be the same, because formal commitment changes your entire emotional ecosystem. Now, guys, people think weddings are about adding love, but weddings often expose your loss. Loss of access, loss of freedom, loss of friendships, emotional availability, and social importance. And honestly, guys, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce may have accidentally exposed something very real about modern relationships. Mabricio, give me your closing thought as we get ready to get out of here tonight.
Things change. Might as well change with it. Marriage is a scary game, but respect to all those who try to play it. The end.
Yeah, Rhonda, he didn't got something out of Rhonda. He didn't got something.
That's sweet.
Well, man, congratulations, bro. I'm a support it. Rhonda, what's your final thought for tonight?
My final thought is this. You ask anybody who's been married before or even married twice, ask them will they do it again, the answer would be a resounding no. So, don't do it. The end.
Yeah, man, y'all getting more brief with these closing thoughts. Guys, my closing thought is simple. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. Marriage is not a power play. Marriage is an expansion play. And if you are already cutting people off, you've already cut off expansion. Because do not rock the foundation of that person, because the person you were attracted to, those people were a part of his foundation. You start taking away that foundation, you're not getting the same person that you met. And what marriage does is make you take away the people who were necessary in you even becoming attracted to that person. And when you try to make a power play like that, now you get frustrated with that person. And that person starts running into the arms of somebody who's the original them, not the person that you created. And you guys know what it is, man. This Smoke Something, Drink Something podcast. I'm the Real Cigar Jeff. Y'all do me a favor, get down in the description, man. Support the channel. Get the merch. I want to thank y'all for tuning in live, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. I got to thank my esteemed panel. Mabricio, remind them where they can find you on the socials.
Come find me at Mabricio or at the AI Operators on all platforms.
Appreciate you, Rhonda. Let them know where they can find you on the socials.
You can find me at rondeezy_ on TikTok and RMB_LMBT on Instagram.
And man, again, appreciate y'all tuning in, man. And until next time, guys, we gon' holler.
Heartbeat, smoke it, drink it down. Your boy Cigar Jeff around. Feel the vibe, we're set to roll. Press play, let's lose control. and smoke will swirl. Join the convo around the world. Relationships we dissect slow. Current events, we let them flow.
All right, all right, all right. All right. Did that thing in under an hour.